Hello, everyone. This is just my opinion, and over here, after I play the song, I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite songs of all time, and one that I think is not very known. This technically could have been the greatest song of rock for me ever. It is the greatest guitar for me ever, and as I will say, this video is also for Radiohead because I have a request for this song, something that has bothered me quite a bit. So, and I'll just categorize it as Why the Ride? Why the Ride? And you'll see exactly what I mean. So let's start off the song with my favorite riff of all time. It says simply weird. It is a weird riff, kind of like serpently walking around, staggering, but so much personality in it. So much like it's not trying to be pretty, this riff. It's trying to be like long, lopsided, but interesting all the way through. Like it's taking you through this path that's like it's like a whole journey, like down a deserted road. What a verse. Just pure faith. You're driving me away. You do this every day. You don't mean it, feel it, but it hurts. Again, faith, how much we've had dreams in our life and how much, the faith that we, in a way, it's like good that we had it, but when we get, disappointed, what are we left with? It hurts like hell. And you're just saying it to Faith's face again. It's like, how the fuck did let's just be honest, you let me down. My brain tells me I'm a soothing pain. I'm sorry, I'm going to go sentence here because every sentence here is absolute genius. My brain tells me that I will soothe in pain. As in, there's no better option but sitting on the couch and doing nothing because life is so whatever. Yes, you're going to hate yourself the entire time, but you know what? You'll know the struggle is going to stay the same. He's sort of saying in that sentence, wow, I just realized something. So, as we see over here, he says the lack of oxygen. This is a person actually who is starting to absolutely hallucinate. He's sort of talking with himself in the dead, and then it's like he's going down the labyrinth. He's not reaching heaven. He's in an in-between state where he doesn't know where he's going. And that's what this riff is. Oh my God. Empty forest lake. It's a person. I can't tell if that was he's talking from the doctor at some point over here, it sounds like. In the beginning he was talking. I'm going to go back. I hope that's okay, because I want to hear the words here again. This word, it sounds like half of the verse is actually for his him talking, and the half sounds like it was maybe the hospital people. Let's see. Too young. Speak. Now this verse again, I have to actually go over again the line here. It's such a genius line. The empty forest lake, too cynical to speak. On the one hand, he says like he's a child who cannot speak. Let me just get back again. The analogy here is perfect. A child too young to fall asleep. He has so much he doesn't know still. And yet, on the other hand, too cynical to speak. It shows you how basically, too young to fall asleep, means he's not really mature. He's a scared child. And too cynical to speak means that as an adult he learned to shut up and become, cold and bitter. So he basically got the worst of both sides of the coin. We are losing it, can't you tell? It's just a sentence of, just give up already. That's what basically it means. So it's all the guy saying. Scratch. Internal itch. A scratch, an eternal itch, a 20th century bitch. It's a 20th century bitch. He's talking about the fact that this is a new problem. His mental condition, this world being so wonky, is a new problem. A 20th century bitch, a person who's plagued with a mind that just doesn't stop, and he's constantly berating himself. Now, the one thing here that I didn't get. I'm trying to figure out, sorry for the back and forth, but I'm trying to figure out why he says we are grateful for our iron lung. What does the iron lung the iron lung means that we can't breathe anymore because we've all somewhat turned into machines. We need something else to get us to move, to breathe, because we already been indoctrinated by technology. This song is way deeper than I even thought. And wow. This might just go up the ranks. This is my favorite Radiohead song in general of all time, even though there's other songs I thought the meaning was greater. Now I don't anymore. But again, this song, the first song on my list is Eleanor Rigby. This would have been a second if they fixed the Hyatt ride. I'll show you exactly what I mean over here. And this is the point where Radiohead, if you're listening, first of all, I love you, but you got to help me. You got to help me right over here. You guys, for your own sake, it's just your legacy could be slightly better. Even though you're the second greatest band, at least, of all time, and hold 3 songs in my top 20. But over here, the meaning is crazy. So he's basically talking about the fact how we need other people to survive. We can't survive by ourselves. They're grateful for the thing that's helping them survive, even though this whole system has basically left them to not be as capable. And this is the part that just hurts me. This part hurts me. I'm sorry to say that. This part hurts me. I love it. I think it is the heaviest riff, the best, heaviest riff I've ever heard in my life. But the ride and the drums, it's like this is the place when I needed an absolute explosion of emotions. And the only way to do that is with crashes and a hi-hat that's open. I don't even know what's the drum beat that needs to be here. I can't tell you. But it has to be so much louder with more stopping in between and like the most genius ways. It's not an easy drum track to do, but this is so basic, and it's the one thing that just, I can't live with this fact that this exists here. Because, again, we need to do the song a better service, and this is really beyond a work of art. Radiohead just spilled out their soul here in the most weird way. They're like, I'm just going to spin the weave that I want to spin. And this is exactly what was supposed to divinely come out of me at this moment. And so don't question where I go with this. Just know that I've taken something from way above, that some sort of knowledge, some sort of energy that was very specific, but it's so human. Everything here is so, the melody weaves a tale as old as time in a certain way. Almost feels like, the whole story of, you could see this music happening, and you sort of like see the recollection of Adam and Eve. Like there's something in this melody going, like, here is a wonky thing of a story that happened once. And this part is just absolute destruction. The guitar is doing all that it needs to do. Maybe there could be more bass, but the drum is just, it's a ride. It's not strong enough. I don't feel enough of something driving me, like pushing me with that amazing riff. And this, of course, great riff. Let's get to the words. Your teenage thumb, toilet trained and dumb. When the pie runs out, oh my God. This is amazing. So what do they say over here? Suck your teenage thumb, toilet trained and dumb. Basically, again, saying this generation of ours is really underperforming, and we're going to pay for it, basically. When the pie runs out, we'll just hum, as if they're eating pie to get fat for something, and they will just, again, we're hopeless, basically. It's like, we'll just hum, we'll take whatever they give us at this point, because we can't fend for ourselves. Total waste of time. So you see, we're all on borrowed time over here, because we're all, basically expendable, as this story indicates to all of us over here. We've become weak, toilet trained, and dumb, and at this point already, we're too weak to actually fight back anymore. It's not even, this story is basically just going, I'm going to tell you what a shit generation we are. And if we don't get a hang on this shit, we are going down. And you know what I'm doing in this song? I'm going to say exactly that to you. And not sugarcoat it at all. I'll call you names. I'll tell you that you are pathetic. And I believe that. And in a certain way, I'm also that. And I'm angry at all of us. And here's the greatest part of guitar ever created. My favorite guitarist is this guitarist too. This is a party right before hell comes over. I love this solo, my favorite solo of all time. This solo's not even yet. The solo's coming. That was just the pre-solo. And if you're frightened, you can be frightened. You think that this is a crazy situation? It's okay. This is the fucking truth. Deal with it, bitch. That's what he's saying here. What a genius song to the upteenth degree. I love this. What a great solo. God damn! But why the ride? It's too weak. Give me some powerful drums, bass in the background that'll make this riff totally shine. It's such a good riff. This song is a magnificent splendor, and the words, I consider art when words are used in a way that cuts all the way to the truth. And that's what these words were. It was the message of, I think we're fucked. And I'm not going to tell you that's not the case. And you're going to hate it. You're going to totally not, believe me, even though I'm right. And I'm still going to say it because it's the freaking truth. We're screwed. And if you're probably not even going to agree with me because you suck, basically. But I'm going to tell it to you anyway, because if we all go down At some place in your mind, at some point, you're going to go, holy shit, he was right. Or it'll bother him always when his moral compass is a little less than whatever, going, I just let the problem happen. He told me about it. But Radiohead, and through the singing here, I feel like he has he knows he's coming into this losing. And so he, instead of just trying to convince here, he's literally telling you off, because he doesn't think anyway he'd be able to convince you to join it nicely, because everything that has been, any effort to join has failed. So instead of that, he's over here cursing you out. He's like, you deserve to know the truth anyway, because you know what? We're all screwed and you're part of the problem. But not only that, I'm going to get a little bit of enjoyment out of putting you down, because you deserve it so much for the way that we are. And I can't help. And I'm frustrated that I can't even help, because you'll never listen to me. So at least I get to say some words that I hope somewhere deep inside you, if you have a soul, it'll hurt you. Because if you're a good person, at some point, this should sting you. Because you know what? We're literally not taking care of ourselves. And it's not only about taking care of you. You're not taking care of the other people by being this way. We all have to be unified in one direction. This song is beyond genius. I didn't even realize the depths of it. I always knew that he was just saying whatever the hell he wanted to say here. But this song has an absolutely insanely strong message, which makes me sort of think, well, I have to sort of figure out the clip of Just, because this song is actually way more smart than I ever thought it would be. And I'm flabbergasted, actually, right now. I didn't even realize it was this deep. I hope you guys can appreciate it. And again, one last thing. Radiohead, you are absolute geniuses. This song is a beyond work of art, and I love it so much, and I'd like to crown it as my best song of all time. But there's only one way I can crown it the best song of all time, and that is if you fix the drums here. Make a new version of this with all the technology that's used today to make music, and make a better version of this beyond masterpiece that deserves to give you the most epic experience possible. Technology has improved. This song can sound better. And every riff here was so beautiful. It just needs more power that the day and age of, technology now can give. So I plead with you, my dear friends at Radiohead, who I will always admire no matter what, as one of the greatest and most innovative bands ever. And I didn't like the later stuff until I matured, as I call it. I'm not afraid to say that. I was not, and Tom York is one of my really favorite singers, because again, if you can write music with so much personality, you can hear that personality through the voice. And they wrote things that are tied to heaven. Anyway, love you, Radiohead. And thank you all for listening. I hope that you've learned to appreciate this song even more, like I do. Or for those who maybe didn't even know this song existed, I hope you enjoyed it. It is a wonderful, wonderful song. And the newer version that Radiohead will take out for this song will be even better. So just wait for that. Just kidding. But please, Radiohead, please. Okay, thank you all. That's just my opinion. See you all later.